Hey there, Taka here. Today I'm going to be showing you some of the glitches in Jump Ultimate Stars. See, the game is fun and all, but it's totally broken. The game has a ton of completely game-breaking glitches, as well as a handful of strange yet mostly harmless glitches. I'll start with the more basic glitches, but as the video goes on, it's going to get a lot crazier. So, without further ado, here we go. So the first glitch we're going to be covering is known as the Dancing Taikobo glitch. This guy here is Taikobo, and he has a very strange glitch that only seems to happen to him. See, if he stands over here on this ledge, or any ledge like this pretty much, and if I get it like that, he will kind of freak out. This doesn't happen to any other character as far as I'm aware, and it became kind of notorious because this spot up here is kind of a camping spot and people will hang out here. Well, when the game was popular at least, and people played online. But that's all it is. It doesn't do anything, but that's just him freaking out. Here's another pretty useless glitch that you can do with Lina-Lee. Normally when you do her X and up special on her 4-coma, it goes like this. It's a pretty fast attack. But if you break the walls like this, where the entire wall is broken except for this one piece here that is almost broken, and then you do the attack, this happens. She goes very slowly, and that's about all it does. It is completely useless. Another completely useless glitch you can do is with 5-coma Yusuke. Simply use his X special and charge it up while rotating the D-pad rapidly. You'll see a little glow around him. Release it, and it will kind of follow you. You can even jump with it. But attacking makes it go away. And that's it. It doesn't do anything else. Another really cool but completely useless glitch is the Hisoka glitch. Now this guy in the bottom left of the touchscreen is Hisoka, and normally he gives you this effect which erases your nature, which is a weakness system in this game. However, if you stand next to a ledge and do specific kinds of moves, you can cause your graphics to glitch out, like this little energy ball floating next to me now. But attacking will make it go away usually. But every character, well not every character, but many characters have the ability to trigger this effect in different ways. For example, you can do that. And some of them, though, are completely over the top and crazy, like this one. Now, it doesn't do anything. You can't interact with your opponent with it. It doesn't hurt them at all. But it's really cool nevertheless. Here's one that's actually useful, if impractical. Normally when you use supports, you can only do so if you're standing on the ground, though some can be used in midair. But you can generally not use ground supports when you are hanging from a ledge, unless your name is Hiei or Don Patch, because for some crazy reason, these characters are able to do exactly that. There's only about one frame that you can actually do this on, and it's only when you're climbing up from the ledge. If you do it wrong, you'll summon it like that. But if you do manage to do it, well, that happens. They get summoned in the wall, and only these two guys can do it. For some reason, nobody else in the entire game is capable of doing that. It's not very useful, but it is something with some level of an effect. Now here's a glitch that actually has some sort of use. If you're losing and feel the need to stall for sudden death, Alan and Rukia here have got you covered. See, they have chargeable normal moves, and for some reason, when you rotate the D-pad rapidly while charging these moves, they'll charge infinitely, or at least until you let go or someone hits you. It doesn't make the moves any stronger, but it does allow you to hover in the air, like so, for as long as you can keep rotating that D-pad. It is possible for several characters to pick them out of the air, but it just may save you in a bad situation. As you can see, they can both do it. And you can go out pretty far with the right setup. And you can just do this forever, as long as you want. Now for the first really useful glitch that I'll show you. See, in Jump Ultimate Stars, guarding is completely broken. There's no such thing as chip damage, and there's no throws, and the only things you could really do to stop your opponents from blocking are use these slow, highly telegraphed guard break attacks, or to guard crush them. However, by tapping down, which is the guard button in the game for some reason, you'll refresh your invisible guard crush meter, and while it doesn't completely restore the meter by tapping down, it does make it significantly harder to break. As you can imagine, this is incredibly overpowered and absolutely vital to utilize when playing Jump Ultimate Stars competitively. Not that anyone plays this game anymore. And you can also see the AI being complete idiots here. This one is a guaranteed kill glitch. but it's not really practical due to how much setup you need. First of all, you have to be on this stage, the Black Cat stage, and you need to break all of these walls on either side up to this point. Now, this character Hibari, normally he'll grab you and throw you off the ledge. Now, usually you can recover unless your opponent actually goes ahead and knocks you down into the pit or something. You can jump. There's nothing stopping you from recovering. However, in this situation, it's actually possible to perform the instant kill. Simply have Hibari grab them, and he'll walk them right off the edge. There's pretty much no way for your opponent to get out of it. It's an extremely high priority move. Even summoning most supports won't break you out of it. It's an almost guaranteed instant kill, and you're pretty much stuck if somebody does it. But of course, seeing as how it requires this much setup, and it requires a specific stage and all that, it doesn't really work in a regular match. I don't think I've ever seen anybody pull this instant kill off in any match, ever. This glitch uses Naruto 6 Coma and Lina Lee 2 Coma to get the opponent stuck in the floor, like so. Now, I don't know if there's any practical application for this, because I don't know if the opponent can actually jump out of it or anything, but it seems like you can just beat them around until they die, probably. You can't just pop them right out like that, but as there's no way to have a second player, since this would require another DS, I don't know if it's actually of any use in actual combat, but that's how you get people stuck in the floor. As if Taikobo and Dio being among the best characters in the entire game wasn't bad enough, combined they can utilize an absolutely devastating glitch attack. Simply use Taikobo 4 Coma's Tornado special, like so, and then switch over to Dio and perform his Time Stop special. As you can see, the Tornado continues to hit the opponent, even during stop time, so as long as you have meter to burn, you can keep chipping away at them for massive damage, and it's an almost guaranteed kill if you can pull it off. This glitch is incredibly useful and completely broken. It was frequently used by people online who had no interest in actually fighting and just wanted to run away until time ran out. Using Rao and any small character such as Suna, you can get yourself stuck in the wall, like so. As you can see, all you need to do is jump using your small character while between two wall sections and then switch to Rao, and now you're partially stuck in the wall. If you follow this up with something like Suna or Zoro's taunts, you can make yourself crouch down even further. You can't be damaged in any way as long as you're stuck in the wall, and if you use it on the Bleach stage like this, you become completely unkillable because these metal walls can't be broken. There's pretty much nothing your opponent can do about it. This one is a little different, because I can't actually show you this glitch in action. This is because it only works online, and the online servers don't work anymore. I mean, I wouldn't have made this video if the servers were still up in the first place, but since there's pretty much no community for this game anymore, I don't really see any harm in showcasing how broken this game is. Anyway, as I said, I can't show you the glitch itself, but I can kind of simulate it. The glitch in question is known as the freeze disconnect, which causes the game to soft lock for all players in an online match. All you would have to do is turn your DS off during the loading screen between the end of the match and the match results screen, right about here. In doing so, once the remaining players reach the results screen here, they would be completely stuck. The game would not progress back to the online menu, there would be no rewards awarded to any players, and the only option would be to shut your game off. As you can imagine, this glitch was heavily abused by salty players who lost, especially if they're already abusing glitches or hacks and still got their asses handed to them. It was an extremely common problem, and I would say more than half of all matches against random players ended up lost at the results screen. Jump Ultimate Stars had a huge hacking problem, with people using action replay cheats to gain infinite meter. However, you can actually gain infinite meter and completely lock down the match without using cheats as well, with this incredibly obnoxious glitch known as Infinite Time Stop. See, this support coma here on the bottom right will hold up an item that will give you an extra bar of meter. It's very slow and usually impractical, but if you can pull it off, you can then use Dio's Time Stop and pick up the item infinitely. Even though picking up the item actually hurts you, it can't kill you, so you can continue doing it until time runs out. By doing this repeatedly, you can completely lock the match down in frozen time in order to stall until sudden death. This glitch is arguably the biggest, most game-breaking glitch in the entire game. There is one more glitch that's more broken than this one, but that glitch, which I'll show you next, is extremely difficult to pull off. This one, anybody can do with ease. And they did. You would see this glitch in almost every single online match from one or possibly even all of your opponents. Satsuki is this 2 coma support, which gives you a temporary status effect that causes you to gradually regenerate health. It heals a decent amount over time and is considered one of the better healing support coma in the game. On its own, it's not really broken at all, it's just really good. However, by using any special move that heals your HP or SP, or by using a few specific supports along with it, you will cause this to happen. As you can see, it causes you to heal massive amounts of HP extremely quickly as long as Satsuki's buff is still affecting you and you aren't being attacked nor in the air. You will continue to regenerate all of your HP back to max. There's almost nothing you can do about it except to try to focus on wringing out your opponent rather than trying to win by a knockout. Okay guys, this is the big one, the single most broken glitch in all of Jump Ultimate Stars. I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. First, I'll explain how it's done. You need to use any character from Naruto except for Kyuubi Naruto, and then use their taunt, which is the substitution jutsu. Normally, this will cause you to evade a single hit from your opponents, though the effect will wear off after a few seconds even if you don't get hit. Next, you're going to need to be afflicted with the shock status effect. Under normal circumstances, this can only be done by your opponents. However, if you're on the Bobobo stage, the stage gimmicks can inflict shock. So, if you want to do this glitch to yourself, you'll have to go to that stage. All you need to do is be afflicted with shock while the substitution jutsu is up. Then, do that. Get hit by something, and use your taunt at the same time. Notice something strange going on? Let me turn the AI on and see what they have to say about it all. As you can see, I am completely and totally invincible. Nothing can hurt me. Everything goes straight through me. I am completely and totally 100% invincible. However, as you can see, despite being unable to be hit, you can still hit your opponents and there's nothing they can do about it. You're pretty much guaranteed to win the match. Oddly enough, there is one way to fix this glitch, not that you would ever want to do that, and that is to grab a ledge. For some reason, that resets it, and now you can be hit again. And that is the most broken glitch in Jump Ultimate Stars. Well, that's all for this video. If you liked it, feel free to subscribe since I'll be putting out more videos in the near future, and no, they won't all be about Jump Ultimate Stars. See you later!